The last speaker in this session is Teresa Owens, and she is Director of Design with Clinic in a Can. I love that name.
Thank you. Thank you. Is this on? Okay. I'm happy to be here at my alma mater with Clinic in a Can. I got my master's from the architecture school a long time ago, but I did my master's thesis on the idea of having medical clinics made out of shipping containers for disaster relief. So it's pretty neat to be here with a company who's doing just that. I'll just give a quick overview of our approach to using technology for improving global healthcare access. We manufacture the medical clinics, there we go, in Wichita, Kansas. We're a nimble team, but have a background of aid and mission work. Excuse me, it's my allergies, I promise I'm not gonna get anyone sick. And we've been in production since 2005, but as you'll see, we started out as a nonprofit. Our CEO, Mike Warzeski, in 1998 went to Vinto, Bolivia and built a level 2 hospital. So he spent a couple years shipping materials down there and shipping containers, equipment, medical supplies, but also building supplies. Encountered some issues with the local politics and decided that it would be a good idea to actually make the clinic out of all the shipping containers that he spent the money shipping down there. So it started out as Hospitals of Hope, and then when it branched off into more shipping container clinics, it became Clinic in a Can. And it's been working on its own since 2005. So we make medical clinics out of shipping containers, typically 20-foot and 40-foot shipping containers. These are very beneficial for shipping around the world because the shipping container can ship just as a normal container. It's cheap, it's quick, effective, but also provides a very durable atmosphere to work in. We've tested it with small gunfire. They're very sturdy during earthquakes. We've actually had a clinic being delivered to Sierra Leone, I think, and it fell off the truck. The truck driver swerved to miss a chicken, I think, and it rolled a couple times. So they got it back up, got it on site, opened it up, and there was just one drawer that was dented. So they're very durable, and we do pack them very well so that they stay intact during all the travel. They're great for infection control, compliancy. If you're out in the field, you've got field hospitals, tents. This is really a great solution to where you can do more stabilization for surgeries. These come completely equipped, if you would like them, completely equipped with equipment and even durable supplies. So when you drop them down, they're really key turn ready. It takes about 90 minutes, we say, for setup. It can be plugged into local utilities or can use solar and our water system to be off grid. So we are active. I think we have 22 different countries that we're active in right now, but we've been to 32 different countries, and I got news today that's growing by 3 in the next few months. So we're just expanding. We've been to every climate you can imagine, up to close to the Arctic Circle, into deserts, humid environments. We've seen it all. A lot of our work, as you can see, a lot of the blue is around the Caribbean and Latin American countries. So a lot of our work is focused there. These are completely customizable to whatever you might imagine that you would want. We have combined 5 40-foot shipping containers to create a surgical suite in Palenque, Mexico, to have a modular, quickly delivered solution for them. We did a vet clinic in South Carolina. They didn't have enough space to do all the spay and neuters they needed to do. COVID really took a hit on what clinics could do. And so I guess that humane societies and clinics around the nation are very backed up, and strays especially giving spay and neuters. And so this was something that helped them expand their capabilities tenfold. So it really changed their community. And we're working with UC Davis right now to do something similar throughout the state of California for the rural areas and shelters out there that need some extra space. Excuse me. So these can be combined for larger solutions like the surgery suite, or they can be grouped together like it's shown in the photos. You can see there's one that has, I think it's 9. I can't remember which unit that is, if that was in Haiti or not, but they've got offices, laboratory, pharmacy, emergency care, primary care, inpatient. So it really can act as a community health center or a community health hospital. And it can be covered and conditioned on the inside as one building, or you can set up like a quick awning for a quicker setup, easier setup and tear down. We're excited about a new partnership with DLX to offer soft shelters and hard shelters, and are really hopeful this will be the new future for field hospitals to provide a variety of solutions to man-made and natural disasters. The combination, you can throw the tents in the containers and ship them, and then do a quick setup, or you can have the tents there for the fastest solution, and then get the clinics there for a hard shelter and add those in later, again, which are more appropriate for your stabilizations, for traumas, for your surgeries. So one way that we really try to push forward with innovation and technology is through solar power. 85% of our clinics are using solar power that we send out. And you can get 24/7 reliable, clean energy from it. We are constantly innovating. We have moved from acid batteries to lithium ion, changed up what type of, or the amount of batteries that we're using and the systems that we're using. So it's more intuitive. Anyone can set this up. But we've also have been working on the actual solar panel setup. So our clinics themselves are key turn ready. But when you get on site, there is the setup of the solar power. If you're not going to plug into the local utilities and grid, you have what we used to say about 5 hours of setup with a group of people, maybe 3 to 4 people. And we've recently, in the past year, narrowed that down to 1 person setup for 1 to 2 hours. And we have a new system hoping to roll out in the next 6 months that takes that to just 1 person, but a quick setup of expandable solar. So it's a lot more reliable, that can cover a couple different clinics at once, the power that you would generate from this. So we're always trying to innovate and figure out easier ways for this to become a quick, easy, and reliable solution. If you are doing something that's surgery, we would recommend like a hybrid solution between a generator and solar. The generator is a great option. It's just, if you have access to the diesel fuel, getting it to and from site, and then it's expensive. The solar will pay for itself within 2 years, really. It's probably about a year that it pays for itself. And then diesel cost just keeps going up. You have to replace the generator, et cetera, et cetera. So these can be completely self-contained. I think it's the biggest benefit is that these can be dropped anywhere with the right additions onto it, and be up and running with the solar equipment on the door and then there's a fresh water tank, a water pump, water filtration, and then a wastewater tank. So that if necessary, you have access to nothing else in the area. You're in the jungle, you're near the Arctic Circle in Alaska, you're in the desert, you're in the middle of the Bahamas, wherever it is, these can still be, you can still have a working clinic. You can still have the infrastructure to have healthcare. So this also is a good illustration of the equipment being held onto the, mounted onto the container doors, and shows that the container doors can close and then be very secure. So when you're not using the clinic, you don't have to worry about vandalisms, the equipment being stolen, medicines being stolen. It's very secure. So I will run through just a quick couple slides of our standard clinics. Our CEO is a physician, and so he has worked with me. I have healthcare architecture background to curate the best equipment for each use, and the most efficient layout of the space that you're given in a 20-foot or 40-foot shipping container. So the first one, we have our primary care clinic. And this is really the best setup for telemedicine if you can find a local partner and provider in the area. Telemedicine is just a great use for this because we're providing the infrastructure. At the back, you can see all of these will have our cabinets there, but they are metal cabinetry. They're not going to wear down. They're solid. They're not going to be affected by humidity, and they're going to stand the test of time, as well as any materials that we build with are the same way. We want this to be like you're walking into any doctor's office or really any surgery room, so that the cleanup can be as easy and quick. Excuse me. But also that we understand where these go. There's no guarantee of regular maintenance, and that's something that we keep in mind as we design these, so that they can stay as clean as possible and they're not going to hold on to a lot of material. They can be easily wiped down with a mild soap, so that these can last as long as possible with no guarantee of regular maintenance. This is our XL primary clinic. It just has a couple more feet of space on the interior, and it's best for domestic needs, as it can meet ADA compliances. Then we have ER trauma, which is an important one and needed throughout the globe. And you can see here we've got a monitor, ultrasound, x-ray, ventilator, what you would need to stabilize a patient. An ICU, we've got a toilet in there, and so it serves as inpatient as well, similar for infectious disease, maternal infant, and then dentistry. We have one 20-foot clinic that is split up into 2 different exam rooms, laboratory, digital x-ray. Those are our standard units. Any of these really can be brought into a 40-foot clinic too if you need more space. 20-foots are smaller, they ship quicker and are easier to send out. 40-foots normally are something that someone's interested in if they're within the domestic United States. We've been very lucky to work with a lot of great clients and have done a lot of good work over the years, a lot with the government, but definitely with Heart to Heart, we've been lucky to partner with them a lot of projects. And I think that's it. So thank you so much for having me today. I'm honored to be here and I've learned so much, so I appreciate it.